Workplace safety doesn't slow you down, it sharpens your edge. There's a dangerous myth out there that safety is a trade-off, that you have to choose between working fast or working safe. But what if the opposite were true? What if safety was actually the key to working better, smarter, and more efficiently? Today we're going to break down exactly how a strong safety program improves performance at every level of your operation, from the floor to the front office. Let's start with the most obvious: reduced downtime. Every incident, injury, or equipment failure causes delays. When someone gets hurt, work stops, investigations begin, production slows, but in a workplace that emphasizes safety, those incidents are fewer and farther between. Preventative maintenance is a perfect example. A machine that's regularly inspected, lubricated, and serviced doesn't break down when you need it most. A production line that runs with well-maintained equipment and safety checks built in runs smoother, with fewer interruptions. In fact, studies show that companies with strong safety cultures experience up to 40% less unplanned downtime than their less safety-focused peers. That translates directly into performance. Fewer interruptions, fewer shutdowns, more consistent output. Let's talk about worker focus and efficiency. A safe worker is a confident worker. They're not distracted by danger. They're not preoccupied with whether a machine might fail or if their coworker is cutting corners. They can focus. They can think. They can perform at their best. Think about a forklift driver navigating a busy warehouse. If they trust the floor is clear, the paths are marked, the safety protocols are in place, they can concentrate on moving material efficiently. That trust comes from a culture of safety, and that culture lifts everyone's performance. Now let's talk about quality of work. Workers under pressure to rush, to skip steps, to ignore protocols, they make mistakes, they miss details, they compromise. But when safety is baked into the process, quality improves. Because safety encourages consistency, safety encourages discipline. Safety slows things down just enough for workers to do the job right the first time. Let's bring in a global example. In Japan, many manufacturing leaders embrace the concept of poka-yoke, error-proofing. It's a safety-minded principle that removes the chance for mistakes through design, process, and culture. Poka-yoke can be as simple as a plug that only fits one way, or as complex as a computerized safety interlock that stops a machine if the process isn't followed correctly. It's not just about preventing injuries, it's about preventing errors that lead to rework, product recalls, or dissatisfied customers. For example, in the automotive industry, poka-yoke devices ensure that every bolt is tightened to the correct torque before the car moves to the next station. If the torque is wrong, the system halts, preventing defective vehicles from moving forward and reducing costly recalls. This type of integrated safety performance thinking isn't isolated to Japan. Companies around the world are adopting similar principles to improve accuracy, reduce waste, and enhance safety. And when workers trust that the system is designed to support them, not trip them up, they work with more confidence, clarity, and consistency. These companies aren't just safe, they're world leaders in product quality. Now let's talk about team morale. People who feel protected perform better. When you know your company cares enough to keep the workplace safe, you feel valued, you take pride in your work, you show up with purpose. High morale teams cooperate more, they communicate more, they push each other to higher standards. This creates a feedback loop. Safer work leads to better performance, which leads to greater satisfaction, which drives even better safety habits. Safety lifts culture, and culture lifts performance. Let's not forget employee retention. Skilled workers want to stay where they feel respected and protected. If your workplace is chaotic, dangerous, or constantly putting people at risk, your best workers will leave. And turnover kills performance. New hires require training. They take time to ramp up. They make more mistakes. But when experienced workers stay, because they feel safe, performance stays high. Safety equals stability. Stability equals performance. Now let's get tactical. Let's talk about preventative maintenance again, because it plays a critical role. Too many companies wait until something breaks before fixing it. That's not just expensive, it's dangerous. A preventative maintenance plan is safety and performance working together. It ensures machines stay calibrated. It reduces the chance of fire, malfunction, or production stoppage. It lowers the risk of cascading failures where one fault becomes 5, Take the example of a food processing plant in Denmark that implemented a digital maintenance tracking system. Within 18 months, their unplanned downtime dropped by 31%, and their workplace injury rate fell by half. Preventative maintenance isn't a cost center, it's a performance engine. And finally, let's look at reputation and customer confidence. When your operation runs safely, it runs professionally. That professionalism shows. Clients notice, customers trust you, investors believe in your systems. Safety is visible, and high-performing businesses with strong safety programs earn more business. According to a survey by the Campbell Institute, companies recognized for safety leadership also outperformed industry benchmarks in profitability by up to 23%, and reported customer satisfaction scores that were, on average, 28% higher than industry norms, because customers want to work with partners they can trust, and nothing communicates trust like consistency, responsibility, and care for your team. Let me close with this. Safety isn't the enemy of performance, it's the foundation of it. It protects people, it protects equipment, it protects quality. A safe workplace isn't slower, it's stronger. If this message resonates with you, drop a comment below. Tell us one way your workplace uses safety to drive performance. And if you're ready to lead smarter, safer, and stronger, hit that subscribe button. Because at Safety Smart HQ, we believe performance begins with protection. One shift, one choice, one culture at a time. See you in the next video.